5 years ago, people could be excused for not knowing much or not doing much about climate change. Today, we do not have an excuse. Desmond Tutu. With climate change becoming an even bigger problem as the years go by, what strategies do we have in place to combat this crisis? Are they all for glamour, or does the clamor actually yield results? Is it all for fame? Is it a game, or does it actually have an aim? Research by Plan International shows that 8 out of 10 people have combated climate change in one way or another. Think about it. Are you part of the 8? When is the last time you did something to reduce the effect of climate change? I don't know, perhaps recycle the water bottle? Statistics show that the Generation Z and Millennials are the main activists, with 32% of Generation Z and 28% of Millennials taking some action. However, climate change activism is not a novel idea. It's been around right from the 1900s. In 1977, the Green Belt movement was started by Professor Wangari Maathai. At that time, it began as a small movement for 40 women to plant trees. Why, you would ask? Simply because they realized their streams were dry. This was the only way they would sustain their families and get food. They saw the problem, they took action. If you would have told Professor Wangari Maathai that she would win a Nobel Peace Prize in 2004 for such actions, she probably would have laughed. In fact, I'm probably speaking to future Nobel Peace Prize winners. Just remember me when you give your speech. The Green Belt movement went on to become a global movement, being recognized at the international level. One of their most iconic actions was protesting the building of a 60-story building at Uhuru Park. I don't know about you, but I have never written a letter to the president. Rather, I haven't even written a letter to my chief. But Professor Wangari Maathai, she wrote letters to UNEP, UNESCO, ministries, public secretaries, any big office, even the court, you name it, she wrote to them. She thought that building a 60-story building would cause more negative effect to climate change than maintaining it as a park. Safe to say, the park still exists, showing that her initiative was highly effective. She inspired quite a number of activists globally, one of them being Winnie Atesi. She started her activism actively when she was in campus. She joined the school's environmental club. Now, these clubs are elected in campuses across the country for community cleaning, tree planting, and raising awareness on climate change. She met like-minded individuals, and they started the board, Global Green Grant Next Generation Climate Board. They were able to raise $110,000 worth in contributions. For context, this is 12.8 million Kenya shillings at the moment. If they were all for glamour, they would have used that money to splurge and do whatever they feel like. But they offered it as small-scale grants to young, marginalized activists in global warming hotspots. At the global level, we have activists such as Greta Thunberg, who was able to start Future for Fridays. She boycotted her classes in 2018 on Fridays to raise awareness on the inaction on climate change. It was only a matter of time before other students joined her and created the largest chain climate change activism trend in the world to date. That was in 2019. It involved over 150 countries with over 4 million students. I don't know about you, but that sure caught the attention of the government. The list of protests and initiatives that have been taking place is endless. A Native American proverb says that we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. Rather, we borrow it from our children. Knowing that, and that these initiatives work better when they are bold, start small, and cause a chain reaction. We all have a part to play. Why not do your part and combat climate change today? After all, as many activists would tell you, we do not have a planet B.